Welcome to a Shadowbringers and Ninja Skill Spotlight.
Final Mudra, which is Jin. You guys should know how mudras work by now, and if not, go ahead and look back at the level 30 guide for function and proper use of mudra into ninjutsu. First up, at level 45 from the new ninjutsus unlocked from getting your Jin. We're going to start off with Hyoton. Deals ice damage with a potency of 400. Additional effect binds the target, which is basically a root. Duration of 15 seconds. Straightforward. Don't use this. This is trash. If you need to do potency with a 2 mudra ninjutsu, use Hyoton on a single target. Bind is basically a root. If you need to run away, just simply run away. Shikuchi, sprint, there are better options. Do not use this. With the trash ninjutsus out of the way, let's get started with the actual good ones. We get Huton at level 45, reduces weapon skill recast time and auto attack delay by 15%. Duration of 70 seconds. As soon as you pop this, you get a pinwheel with a 70-second timer. Make sure that timer does not expire. If targets are about to die, it's okay, let it expire, but if not, make sure this goes back up on to your character. This has higher priority over the rest of the ninjutsus that we have up next. Just make sure that things are not dead, this goes back up. And if things are about to die, it's okay if it falls off. Up next is Doton, or Ninja's Sands. Creates a patch of corrupted earth, dealing damage with a potency of 100 to any enemies who enter. Now, the potency is 100 upon activation if the target is already in the area. Duration of 24 seconds. Additional effect, heavy plus 40% basically slows them down as long as they're in the circle. The potency goes as followed. 100 upon activation and 800 over time over the duration of the effect. So 100 plus 800 over the duration for a grand total of 900 potency for Doton. Doton use over Hyoton for single target. Is it valid? Yes and no. If you rather use Doton, you make sure that the target stays inside the circle. And also the fact that Doton takes 3 mudras instead of Hyoton taking 2. Those are 2 things to consider. Hyoton is still the better option. It's quicker, it's more effective, it's efficient. Use Hyoton for single target. And finally, level 45, we get Suiton. It deals water damage with a potency of 600. Additional effect grants Suiton effective buff on your character, which lasts 20 seconds. Allows the execution of actions which require the effect of hidden, which is basically the effect of hide without being under that effect. Yes, what that means is you're able to use trick attack in combat. Make sure you use Suiton into the immediate trick attack, or you can use Suiton once the trick attack becomes available within or less than 20 seconds. And finally, level 50, we get Kassatsu. Allows the execution of a single ninjutsu without consumption of mudra charges, increasing damage for the next ninjutsu action by 30%. It is instant cast with a 60-second off global. In layman's terms, this is used on Hyoton for single target and Huton for AoE. That's it. That's all there is to it. Alright, this is going to be the Ninja level 50 AoE Opener / rotation. Before we get started, I use a Doton strictly in the opener, and after the opener is over, I do not touch Doton ever again for the AoE, mostly because I do not trust my tank to keep enemies inside the puddle longer than they need to be. With that, let's get started. So the idea is the similar thing about level 30 and 40 is you do not want any aggro whatsoever. As soon as the tank stops moving completely, then you go ahead and do this rotation. And the rotation is, I'm going to do things basically how I've always used them in terms of the mudra. So if you get lost, or maybe your ninjutsu pattern is not the same as mine, go ahead and use yours instead. This is based on playstyle. Jin into Chi into 10, basically do your Huton. Then we're going to walk towards the center of the mob group. Basically try to get as many enemies around you as possible. You do not want any aggro whatsoever, so make sure you do not auto attack anything. Jin into 10 into Chi. Basically press your Doton. Doton takes about a second to a second and a half to actually start doing damage. So within that time you have just enough time to do hide. So make sure you press that hide to reset ninjutsu. And now we're going to do 3 sets of Katan back to back. So go ahead and do Chi 10 Katan. Remember, you just tossed the ninjutsu, so you can use 1 OGCD, and that OGCD is Kassatsu. After Kassatsu, we're going to do Chi 10 again for a second Katan. After the ninjutsu goes off, you can toss your mug if you haven't already. Go ahead and use your Chi 10 into the third Katan. Again, ninjutsu goes off, so you can do things like leg sweep or feint. From here on, just go ahead and spam your Death Blossom till your Katan becomes available again. And that's pretty much for AoE. Hello everyone, so this is going to be the single target rotation / opener for Ninja 50. Before we get started, just to let you know, if you have multiple ninjas in your group, just let them know to rotate the trick attack so the global debuff is always on the target, or at least it is on the target for as long as possible. Remember, the debuff itself does not stack. You can only reset the timer when available for trick attack. With that, let's get started. So similar to the AoE, we're going to do the same of doing your Huton. So Jin into Chi into 10 gets your Huton. After that, we're going to do a Jin into 10 into Chi for Doton. Doton isn't really required for the single target rotation, but it is a good thing to have. Place down your Doton typically near the entrance of the boss encounter. Now it is up to your tank whether or not they want to grab the enemy and bring them to the puddle from the ninja's Doton or not. Either way, we're going to do the hide, resetting ninjutsu. We're going to do 10 into Chi into Jin for Suiton. You have your trick attack up. Remember the notion of multiple ninjas. If you've already used Suiton, go ahead and use it. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for the trick attack debuff with your Hyoton. After that, we're going to do the spinning edge into your True North and trick attack. Go ahead and toss your Shadow Fang into Mug and Kassatsu. We're going to do a 10 into Chi for your Hyoton. Toss Feint into the 10, Chi, and Hyoton again. Gust Slash into your Aeolian Edge till your Hyoton is available once more. If you are second or runner-up on the ninjutsu with the trick attack, after the first ninja toss theirs, go ahead and toss your Suiton roughly around the time where the debuff expires.
Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.